My head feels like it's full of molasses. Yeah, another swell case for San Francisco's favorite punching bag. I suppose the fact that someone knocked me out must mean I'm on the right track. Whoever hit me did a thorough job. Must have interrupted his search of the apartment. Maybe that means he overlooked something. An old rusty hot plate. The luxury of hotel living. A few plastic plates and cheap silverware. Malloy must have taken the good china with him. Whoever furnished the Ritz must have bought credenzas in bulk. Nice wastebasket. That drafting table must be 70 years old. Look at all those drawers. Yeah, looks like a business card. This warehouse is just down the street from the Ritz. Look at all those drawers. Look at all those drawers. Envelope. Whoever wrote this has worse penmanship than I do. Either that or it's written in some weird language. Look at all those drawers. That drafting table must be 70 years old. Look at all those drawers. Yeah, it's an old photograph. I shudder to think about all the butts that have sat in that cushion through the ages. Damn, no spare change under here. Looks like Malloy made a special llama pal back in his younger days. Chair looks pretty comfy. Unsanitary, but comfy. The label on the box says it was shipped from Mexico. Airport of the Gods. My Uncle Marty owned a whole series of these books. Go-Karts of the Gods, Lunch of the Gods. loved this book when I was a kid. Aliens, spaceships, mysterious structures. Then I grew up and realized it was all a load of crap. The label on the box says it was shipped from Mexico. No play, bub. I never look at these personally, but I do remember this one. It was the Amazon Woman edition featuring 37 pages of full-color pictures. Nice. This bed looks hard enough to tap dance on. Man, what's this? Looks like a scarf. Ooh, this scarf reeks of cheap perfume. I guess Malloy must have had a lady friend in for a visit. And if the lady friend wore this scarf anywhere else in the neighborhood, she'd be pretty hard to forget. Maybe I should show this thing around and see what I can find out. Looks like a letter. I wonder who this David Wright is. And more importantly, if Malloy's been to his cabin in Oregon. Now there's no lock on the drawer. This looks like a pawn ticket of some kind. Looks like Rook did some business with Mr. Malloy. I wonder if Rook could let me redeem this receipt. Who am I kidding? He'll do anything if the price is right. And lamp looks like an urn wearing a Chinese hat. What a fabulous view. That door leads back to the hallway. Oh man, Chelsea's gonna kill me. I didn't realize how long I was out. God, almost 16 hours. I was out cold straight through our dinner date. She is never gonna believe me. This door leads to the lobby. I only use it when I'm caught up on my rent. This door leads out to Chandler Avenue. Oh, Chelsea's not at the newsstand. That's strange. I wonder if she's at her apartment. That door will take you inside Rook's pawn shop. Rook's been running his pawn shop since sometime before the Eisenhower administration. He's a crusty, mean-spirited little troll who's rumored to have a heart of gold. Yeah, sure. He lets me buy things on credit occasionally, but then he nags me ruthlessly until I pay up. We get along all right, as long as I keep my bills settled.
Up already, Murphy? And it isn't even lunchtime yet. Or am I still asleep, having a horrible nightmare?
Here you go, Shorty. I told you I'd pay you back as soon as I got a case, didn't I?
Well, let's pop the champagne and have a parade. Murphy paid me back.
I'd love to drink some bubbly with you, Rook, but I'm pretty busy with the case. That's another reason why I stopped by.
Ordinarily, Murphy, I'd tell you what to do with your irritating questions. But after all, you did pay me back. I suppose I can spare you a few moments.
I need to redeem this receipt.
You didn't pawn this.
Well, how much is it? Look, I'm willing to pay extra.
$200. Yep, plus $50 for it not being your receipt.
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
Never heard the name in my life. Of course I've heard about it. I just doubt I know any more about it than you. The warehouse was turned into a storage facility. I have items stored there myself. The rates are very reasonable. They finally found Rusty, dead as disco. And I, for one, couldn't be happier. I didn't care much for the drug dealers, illegal novelty smugglers, and out-of-work clowns that used to hang out at the fun house. I've only seen the name on the marquee outside the Fuchsia Flamingo. How should I know who that is? Never heard the name in my life. I've seen this man before. He came into my pawn shop several weeks ago and pawned an item. If you want to find out what he pawned, I suggest you find him and ask him. That's the name of the man whose pawn receipt you brought in. Nilo's run the Ritz for years. He's a pig. But at least he pays cash when he buys something from me. No. Next question. You know enough about me. Louis is a good man. He seems to like you quite a bit. I can't figure out for the life of me why. Oh, Chelsea. If I were a younger man, you wouldn't have a chance with her. I'll admit you have some skills as a PI. It's your social skills that need desperate help.
These doors lead to the Brew and Stew. It's the only place in the neighborhood to get a decent meal. The Brew and Stew, Louis' diner, is more of a home to me than my place at the Ritz. Louis is probably my best friend if I have one. He's always making sure I get enough to eat, and he runs me tabs for months at a time. My current debt is up to $200. But with the smell of fresh coffee and Louis' special home cooking, the Brew and Stew always has the welcome sign turned on.
Mike! I noticed you talking to that older gentleman last night. I bet Rook $20 that he hired you to do some work for him.
Well, I'm happy to report that Rook owes you $20, though I'm sure he's going to be real happy about paying off the bet.
I think Rook's only nice to members of the fairer sex, and not too many of them. So I was right. You did get a job.
Yeah, he did. And he gave me a nice retainer, too. Thinking about spending some of the money on Chelsea. She'll let me.
Chelsea's like a souffle, Mike. treat her real gentle and don't hurry things too much. She's pretty soft inside.
Stop, Louie. You're making me hungry. Listen, we can talk about women and food later, huh? Right now, I need to see if you know anything that can help me out.
Sorry, Mike. Haven't heard of him. Yeah, I remember this guy. Came in here to eat a couple times. Probably a month ago. I'm pretty sure I've never heard that name. I remember this scarf. And the perfume on it. Young, blonde girl. Came in here a while ago. In fact, she came in here with the guy in the photograph. She was real pretty, though a little heavy on the makeup. I think she said her name was Emily. I don't know anything else about her. That warehouse changes owners like partners at a square dance. I guess it's some kind of storage unit now. The cops came in and closed that place down a couple weeks ago. Turns out they found Rusty's body in there. Someone dumped him in a barrel of acid. Created a lot of conversation in here, I'll tell you. I guess that's the name of the girl who sings up at the Fuchsia Flamingo. I haven't seen her in action. I saw Malden a couple weeks ago when the cops came by to clean out Rusty's place. He hasn't changed much, except around the waistline. I don't know who she is. I don't like to talk bad about people, so I got nothing to say about Nilo. I just saw him talking to you. That's about it. Rook's just an ordinary son of a gun, but believe it or not, he's pretty soft underneath. What are you asking about me for? I ain't nothing special. Chelsea's the sweetest girl I've ever met. There's nothing I'd like more than to see you two together. You're okay in my book, Mike, no matter what anyone else says. You're okay in my book, Mike. Well, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say it's written in Yucatec. It's a Mayan language spoken in southern Mexico. I can't help you with the translation, though. You know who might be able to help you is Clint. I heard he's quite a world traveler. You might give it a try. No thanks. No thanks.
The electronics shop. I have to laugh every time I think about all the free stuff I picked up with my bogus electronics shop credit card. The electronics shop opened last year, and I got to know the previous owner, Ham Underwood. I got an electronics shop credit card under somewhat shady circumstances, and I ran up a good-sized bill during my last case. I hear there's a new owner now, some guy named Zach Williams.
Hold it right there. Get your hands up where I can see them. All right, now, take out your electronics shop credit card. Ah. Nice and easy. So you're Murphy. I just got your photo from the credit department. We were wondering when you'd show up here again. I got orders about you. Straight from corporate headquarters. Sorry I gotta do this. But now then, what can I do for you?
Well, I guess this means my credit's shot. You know, I'm almost certain I sent you people a payment.
Really? I wonder why we haven't received it.
Okay. I've been down on my luck lately, but whatever happened to old-fashioned love and compassion?
Your account is over 120 days delinquent, and you owe us $1,230.
Say what?
That amount includes one fax machine, $399, one laser blade, $29, a film developing kit, $179.
For that piece of crap?
You bought it. And $623 in interest.
What?
$623 in interest.
All right. Here's your money. Now when do I get my new credit card?
You don't. From now on, it's cash only. If you see something you like, ask me about it, and I'll give you a price.
I'm not interested in Geigers. Little buggers eat till they explode. I'm afraid my credit card for this slide box was, terminated. Force field keeps out undesirables. It was great buying merchandise from this box, until my credit was shot. The Moonchild toy space station. Needless to say, it hasn't been a big seller over the last year. I got one of these, and it's a real beauty. This spacecraft looks like the escape shuttle from the Moonchild. Memo pad? Jeez. Are they still trying to sell these things? A relief globe of the moon. That might come in handy if I ever have to relieve myself on the moon. They haven't sold a single visor since I started shopping here. Memo pad? Jeez. Are they still trying to sell these things? Well, they sure got a great selection of gadgets, gizmos, and thingies. Taser. I had one of those once, but I kept zapping myself. That is one old camera. I don't think they even make film for these anymore. Missile robot. I can't stand that toy ever since it killed my cat Fuzzy. I used to have a battery pack like this for my Robco toys. This computer has way too many keys. Those headphones sound terrible with my Victrola. Tissot watches. Last one I had broke down. Tissot watches. That sucker reminds me of the bill collector that dropped by my office a month ago. These joysticks never seem to provide the satisfaction they promise. Now there's utility. A radio that doubles as a boat propeller. Photo analyzer. Most of the photos I've seen don't require much psychiatric help. Well, they sure got a great selection of gadgets, gizmos, and thingies. This guy must be the new store manager.
I'm here to answer questions about the merchandise, and that's all. If you see something you're interested in, ask me about it, and I'll give you a price. Then if you want to buy it, you give me the cash, and you take it with you. Got it? Good. The Robco battery pack is specially designed to be used with certain Robco products, such as the Alien Abductor, which I happen to be out of at the moment. It's $20 for the battery pack.
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
The visual analyzing apparatus allows you to examine objects and enhance different quadrants digitally. It's a steal at only $70.
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
Our VidPhone prices are very competitive. $399, not including installation. The Toppa Globe runs for $479. The visors don't work, so we're selling them cheap. $10 each. The Canon Hyper Zoom is our most popular model of camera. $759. Those are tasers. They're a joy buzzer for the 21st century. Kids love them. $33 a piece. The Robco Supercomputer. It's our top of the line. $5,999. The video watches are priced pretty low. $15. The teeny laser disc never caught on, so these things aren't much good. Robco Sticks of Joy are only compatible with the Robco Ocelot gaming system. $89 a piece. I wouldn't worry about the miscellaneous items unless, of course, someone suckered you into buying a Robco computer. The remote control Geiger is a favorite of mine. All the fun and none of the mess. $799. I'm not sure what that thing is, but it sells pretty well. $220. The Robco Colony Cruiser is every kid's dream toy. That's why it'll cost you 900 big ones. The Cyber Nanny is a real breakthrough in the field of child supervision. $1,259. The headphones are scientifically designed to work with almost any portable disc player. That kind of compatibility doesn't come cheap. $150. This new rodent tracker has some features that weren't in the 8000 model. It's got a strafing feature for cockroaches and a butane ant torch. It's a little pricey. $899.
That door will take me back to beautiful Chandler Avenue.